Hi everyone. First off, my title might have scared some of you. That doesn't mean I'm stopping my Flosstube. More on what that title does actually mean later. But I'm still gonna be doing Flosstube, still gonna be Instagramming. So that doesn't mean that the DNA Geek Crafts is going away. But like I said, more on that later. First of all, hi, welcome back. If you're new here, and there are 33 of you, welcome. I have no clue where you all came from. Please drop a line in the comments, say hi, and tell me where you came from, because I've never had 33 new subscribers in a 2-week period ever, even when I was brand new baby DNA geek doing my first couple. Yeah, that was a very pleasant and exciting surprise this week. And I'm very excited that you're all here. And like I said, I'd love to hear where you came from. So, should be relatively short this week. It's only been a couple weeks since my last Flosstube. Look at me starting to get back into a regular groove. Don't get used to it. Don't get used to it. But I got some new stuff. I've got an unboxing. I've got some haul. I've got some work to show you. I've cast on, I realized that my last video, I didn't talk at all about knitting. So I've cast on 2 new projects since the last time I talked about knitting at all. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump right in. Okay, first off, I have FFOs. Right? Like I said, who am I? I finally got a couple of pieces that I really wanted to invest some time in, or not some time, some expertise in, as in someone who's an expert taking care of them, not just me. Wanted to get a couple of pieces professionally framed, and I have them back. The first one is flamingos. And I get my framing done at Clary's Custom Framing in Auburn, Michigan. I really am pleased with the job that Shelly does. And here is, she also helps me pick out awesome frames like this one. So here's flamingos framed and ready to go. Love the little, just the little pop of orange around the edges. And this actually, both items I framed got framed with these color pop frames. This is, I love it. I love the way this turned out. Super, super psyched about this one. Right? Look at it. Love it. The mat, the frame. She helped me pick. So cool. This is going on the wall in the craft room. Craft room update will also be coming up a little bit later. But the gist is, I don't know. I have a problem and I don't know how to fix it. And once I figure out how to fix it, then I'll be able to do a craft room tour. But look at Wednesday. Oh. This one might go to the fair this year. I love it. So there are my FFOs. I have no FOs. I don't know if I'm going to have any FOs at all this year. Hi. Are you comfortable? Because I feel like one of us should be. This is Charlie's favorite thing to do. No, you're not comfortable? Pain in the butt. The things that these dogs have put me through in the last couple weeks. This one tore up my copy of Iron Flame. Not happy about that. Today, brand new, just in, chewed the wristband off my Apple Watch. I don't even know how she got it. It was charging up on a dresser that she shouldn't be able to reach. I think she must have pulled the cord or something to get it off, or she had help by the other one. And then yesterday, they managed to somehow pull the line out of my propane tank. I have propane heat, and they managed to break the pigtail. I don't know what that is. That's what the tech called it. But it's something that's at the top that connects the line to the tank so that, you know, propane will flow into my house and heat me. So this is loud, horrible, like, sounded like a million balloons all letting their air out all at once. It scared the crap out of me. And so it was a long week. But anyway, it's a long week and it's only Tuesday as I'm filming this. So thank you for that, Charlie. Oh, she's down for the count now. So I get to sit forward as far as I can on the chair so that she is comfortable. These are my dogs. Okay, where was I? Oh, what I worked on. Primarily, if you were here for the last video, one of the big thing I'm working on is the HAED Sal. I'm Team Rainbow Dragons. And my goal is every month I want to start out, get at least 2,500 stitches done that month. And then if I have time, I will play with some other things. So last month I got my 2,500 stitches in with a little bit of time to go. And so I worked on, and I didn't get very much stitching done because I was trying to get a class out of the way. And so I spent my evenings actually doing homework. So I didn't get a whole lot of stitching done once I got my 2,500 done. So I think I got maybe, all told, I got another like 1,200 stitches total between these two projects. The first one is another HAED. It's Mini Tea and Books. It's by Brigid Ashford? Ash something? I don't know. You'd think after the number of times I've talked about it, I would have that memorized. But no, I don't. But anyway, the last time I showed it to you, it looked like this. Is it there? I don't know. It's somewhere around here. Probably there. And then here is where I'm at now. So I'm at the boring part of this one, is basically I'm just filling in browns. So I've filled in some brown. This whole page is going to be, well, this is all brown and then all ivory. And like there's a tiny little corner of a butterfly here. Otherwise, this page is just all background. So it's not going to be very exciting for a good long time. I'm doing this one on 25 count Lugana 2/1/10 stitch. The other project I worked on, if I'm going to get a finish, it's going to be a Mill Hill. So this is Saxony Santa. And the last time I showed him to you, here is what he looked like. And here's where he's at right now. So I'm very close to having the stitching done on him. Pretty much, I think all I have left to do is the cape, the purple cape on either side. And then I think actually down here. And then I will be on to backstitch and beading on this one. So this will get finished this year, hopefully by the end of the spring, but we'll see. He's so cute. And then I worked on the HAED Sal. Again, I'm doing Mini Rainbow Dragons by Sheena Pike. And the last time I showed it, it looked like that. And I'm about halfway to my 2,500 stitches for this month. And I'm finally getting into some exciting stuff. So like, and some of it you can't see because I've still got threads in the way, anchor threads. in the way down here on the bottom, but here's where I'm at. So I'm starting to get the horn worked on, and then I am working my way down. I had started doing Royal Rose. I didn't particularly care for it, mostly because I don't like stopping a color. I like to work the color all the way through. So I'm kind of doing like my own thing where I'm taking a color, and this is how I usually do my full coverage. I work on a color and I'll work it as far down the column as I can. And in this case, if it bleeds over into the next column, I'm doing that too so that I won't have lines. So it kind of spans a 20 stitch column instead of a 10 stitch column, and just, yeah, I'll work a color until I've got at least that strand done. If it's easy enough to count, I'll work until I've got the entire color done. And then I just kind of keep working my way down. So there's where I'm at. Again, my goal is to finish 4 full pages of this year and not get the whole thing done. And that's why I'm doing 2,500 stitches a month instead of the, I think 5,000 I'd have to do a month. 5,000 stitches a month is my goal, but I want to spread it out through other projects besides just that one. So that's what I'm doing. And then my knitting. So projects that I've showed you in the past, I haven't really been working on at all. I have actually 3 projects that I cast on. I said 2 earlier, I misspoke. I have 3 projects that I've casted on since the last time I talked about knitting. The first one, and the one I'm not really doing a lot of work on right now, is I have my Full of Woe snood that I made in the colorway Wednesday. And if you remember, I said I wanted to make some gloves to go with it, so I ordered another skein of Wednesday. And I am working on my gloves. So I have a pinky and a ring finger done on my first glove, and then the palm. It's not pretty by any stretch of the imagination. I've got a nice big wide hole over here that's supposed to be nice and closed. And I've kind of put it away in favor of working on a couple other things, but they are down there, and maybe by next winter, I'll have a pair of gloves to go with my snood. Speaking of snood, when I showed it to my family, when I finished it, I was so proud of it. My sister-in-law asked me for one. She wants one to wear to the U of M games when they go to the U of M football games in the fall. And so I said, I'll make her one, but I'm not promising to have it done this winter. It'll be ready for the games in the fall. So this is the colorway Wolverine by Mint Rain hand-dyed yarns. And this is, again, the Full of Woe snood pattern by Forbidden Fiber Company. And I've just so far got the ribbing done. And this is honestly probably where it's going to stay for a little while, because I only have one size 6 circular needle. And this is, I'm done with the part on the size 5. I need to switch it to the size 6, and the size 6 is being used for something else right now. But it's started. Y'all are my witness. I started it. And then last but not least is the project that my size 6 circular needle is on. I have kind of hinted on Instagram that I'm going on a trip. And I'll talk about it soon. I'm starting to get excited about it. But one of the things that I wanted to do was I want a shawl to take with me on my trip. So I've started making a shawl. And this colorway is by Sock Obsession Yarns. It's Glaciers. It's light fingering weight. The pattern is called Easy Goes It. It's by Finicky Creations. I found the pattern on Ravelry. And here is where I'm at right now. So I've got Yes. Just the first little bit started on that. And this, my goal is to have done by May. And then I can go back to working on the Wolverine. So that's my project. Plans for the rest of the month. I'm actually switching gears tomorrow. If you've known me for a while, you know that I lost my mother on Valentine's Day. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day. So on Valentine's Day, I always do a beach drinks, flamingos, and 5 o'clock somewhere. I call it my beachy Val Sal. So I'm going to work on beach projects or flamingo projects or whatever tomorrow. I will have to go through and find them. They're somewhere in the closet. But yeah, so just for that one day, I'm going to stop working on everything else and work on that. Other than that, I am going to work on Rainbow Dragons. I've got about 1,300 more stitches to go on that this month. And then I will work on a couple other projects. I think I know what I'm going to work on, but I'm not going to say for sure just in case I change my mind. But I will work on other things for the last few days of the month to try and get some more stitching in. In the meantime, I'm also trying to get a little bit of knitting in every day on my shawl. So that's what I'm going to be working on. Question of the week. I should have thought of one before I got on here. Last week we did, or 2 weeks ago we did PDF or paper. I think this week, who's one of your most inspirational floss tubers? Yeah, give me some new folks to watch. I can't pick. I have so many. I really need to do what Bobo Jessie Stitches did for her Flossmas, where every day she picked a different floss tuber or Instagrammer that inspired her and said why. But I mean, if you're going to go for Flosstube with me, you've got to check out my Coven, and all of their floss tubes are linked in the notes for my show. But as basically it is Stitchy Rin, Wolf Down the Rabbit Hole, Jen, CraftyRogueGamer, Georgie, Mad Morti and the Brom, and Stitchycatlady 26. Well, I think it's just Stitchycatlady on YouTube, isn't it? Joe. So I met these 5 through, actually I think we started chatting during the Supernatural Sal. And they've gotten to be very good friends to me, and I love them all, and their floss tubes are awesome because that's how I met them initially. So if you haven't checked one of them out or any of them out, I highly recommend them. So that's my question of the week. Give me a floss tuber that you really enjoy or really inspires you. Somebody that you think I need to watch, or everybody else that's going to be reading the comments needs to watch. Question of the week. Okay, haul. I got some new yarn from a new yarn dyer. And then Mock and Charlie decided they were going to open my mail for me. So these are from Arcane Fiberworks. This one is Icelandic Nights. And this one is Serene Oasis, although there's nothing serene about it right now. Is it like a wig, maybe? So thank you, Maka and Charlie, because that's exactly what I need, is to go through and untangle and hand wind 2 skeins of yarn. Fabrics of the month. Be Stitch Me. I got neutral this month. And this is Dusty Cottage. This is my 32 count Lugana. Very nice, very pretty, very neutral. What? Not too happy with you two right now. Don't go starting stuff. Fabric of the month from Mystic Fabrics. This is my 16 count Zweigert Ada. And this month is Cornflower Blue. I also picked up, it's over here somewhere, there it is. I forgot about it, but it's on the table, so I had some beads that I had to order to kit up one of my Bellas, and you know, there's no point in ordering like 2 packs of beads for like, I'm paying shipping. I mean, the shipping's almost more. So I got a little Mill Hill owl, Halloween owl. Also got 2 of the new ink circles patterns. So this is Hallowed Tree. I love it with the owl in the center and the jack-o'-lanterns all around it. And Moonbeam Tea, the phases of the moon as a pot of green tea. Liking those. And then the word of the week was Forbidden Fiber Company. So I got part of her Dark Academia collection. So this is Scholarly. Leather bound. And I love the name of this one, Veiled Scandal. So that was Forbidden Fiber Company order number 1. Forbidden Fiber Company order number 2. I got the I Love Boo cute spooky Halloween mystery kit. So this is the project bag that it came in. Here are the colors. So you can see they're pretty much just reds and grays. Fabric is Babbling Brook. It's a blue. And then the pattern is I Love Boo. Pull it out of there. Maybe. There we go. Well. So, got that. And then, last but not least, and I've been waiting for this, and I was so excited when it got here that I couldn't wait until I did another video. I had to open it right away. So we're gonna cut to a video I made a few days ago, and that is the Forbidden Fiber Company Princess Bride mystery box. So here is that. Well, I'm really excited because my Forbidden Fiber Company Princess Bride box just came in. Well, it came in yesterday, and I was hoping to wait until I actually filmed my Flosstube to unbox it, but one, I'm way too excited about it, and two, Charlie is very interested in this box, so I need to get it open and thrown out before we have a disaster on our hands. So let's see what's inside. This is from Forbidden Fiber Company, by the way. I'm not sure if I said that. And it's the cross stitch box. I debated about getting the knitting box too, but I just got the cross stitch box this time. First of all, we've got a cute little Dread Pirate Roberts sticker holding everything together. Here is our needle minder. As you wish. Miracle Max's Magic Pill, aka chocolate covered almonds. A needle case. Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. So, just a little case to hold some needles. Buttons. Six-fingered man, and marriage is what brings us together today. A chapstick, because this is a kissing book. Ew. Lip service in Buttercup. Hand-dyed project bag. Inconceivable. I do not think you know what it means. And the fabric is just a nice pale gray. It's granite. That's pretty true. I'm having a good color night tonight, it looks like. Go back in. Go back in. All of the colors that are needed for the project. And they're all tied together, so I'm not sure if I can do this very well, but here is bark. And if you're wondering what that noise is, it's a dog toy. Frost. Broomstick. Cliffs of Insanity. Indigo. True Love. obsidian, diamond, big apple, and that's it. I was gonna say bark, but I swear I already had bark. I did. So there you go. And then the pattern. Pattern is called Storytime. Has it got any sports in it? Are you kidding? Fencing, fighting, torture, revenge, giants, monsters, chases, escapes, true love, miracles. I like that one. I will be looking forward to stitching that. So there you go. There is the Forbidden Fiber Company Princess Bride box, and I love it. And there you go. So, life update. And this is where we get into DNA Geek no more. I have a new job. I literally just got the official acceptance last night. I got the provisional offer about a week and a half ago. I got the official offer last night. So I am leaving forensics. No more DNA. It's a lot when you spend day in and day out seeing and reading about and working on cases of the worst things that people can do to each other, which you might think, because I'm a true crime buff, and we'll get into that when we get into the reading, watching, listening to, but it's different when you're removed from it and you're watching a true crime documentary that has been solved and it's done and it's over, than when you're living the case as it's going on. And just it got to be a lot. So I am actually going into environmental chemistry, and I don't have a start date yet, but I'm really excited about it. And it's going to be something new. I have a chemistry degree way back when. But then also, since I'm working for an environmental agency, that law degree finally comes in useful. Finally. It's only been, 9 years since I got it? So, yes, new job. Very excited. Can't wait. So that is my big life update. Don't really have anything else to talk about besides that in terms of life update. Reading, watching, listening to. I broke down and got a Max subscription. So I spent the entire weekend binging documentaries. One of the ones that I watched it's relatively new. They called him Mostly Harmless. And it's a documentary about this hiker that was found dead just off the trail. And as they were trying to figure out who he was, they kept running into all these people who were like, yeah, I met him. Yeah, I camped with him one night. Yeah, nobody knew his name. And it took for so long for them to figure out who he was. And so this was kind of the story of, and the web sleuths got involved, and there's always drama when the web sleuths get involved. So it was very interesting. I also watched Chowchilla, which was about the 1976, I think it was 76, kidnapping in Chowchilla, California. The 26 school children and their bus driver pulled off their bus on the way home from summer school and buried underground to be held for ransom. That was interesting. I'd never heard of that before. Of course, I was born a few years after that happened, so that doesn't surprise me. Could you step on any more things that I don't want you to get on? Move. Oh boy. Tell you, this one, she she is more of a handful than the other ones have been. And then I watched a couple other ones, but I don't remember what right now. Reading. I finished First Lie Wins. Very good book, suspense book. It's basically about this woman who kind of works as like a spy slash thief. Like, she creates an identity and like insinuates her way into people's lives to get information or steal something from them for her boss. And on her most recent job, she's just doing her thing out with her mark and runs into someone who introduces themselves as her, like her real name from her real hometown. And so then she's got to kind of figure out what's going on there. It was very good. We're about to have our book club meeting to discuss it. We did book club at work. That was our first selection. So very good. Yeah, so that's what I finished. So there we go. That's all I have for you this week. I hope I'll be back in about 2 weeks. I know craft room update. That's the other thing I wanted to talk about. The problem I'm having is I have a full-size box spring and a full-size headboard that are in there, and I have no place else to put them because there's no room for them in the garage. And I don't want to just drag them out and leave them in one of the other rooms I've already cleaned out, because then what was the point of cleaning the room out? So I'm trying to figure out what I can do with those. Until I get that done, I can't finish putting the rest of the furniture in the craft room. So I can't finish the craft room. Until I finish the craft room, I can't do a craft room tour or a whip parade. I'm working on it. I really am. I'm doing other things as I can. My project for this week is to put together my sewing chair. And I bought a new, actually, it's just like this one. A new crafting light to go in the room. So I'm gonna put that and the chair together, hang the curtains, and try to figure out what the heck to do with the box spring and headboard so that I can clear it out and get the rest of the furniture in there so I can finish organizing and unpacking everything. It is coming eventually. I haven't forgotten. I haven't given up. I've just run into an obstacle that's going to need some thinking. So there you go. That's all I have. Hopefully I'll be back in a couple weeks. Hopefully I'll have some stuff done. Hopefully I'll have a start date for my new job. Hopefully a lot of things. But that's all I have for you. Until next time, don't forget to drop down, give me your answer to the question of the week, say hi. If you're new, tell me where you came from. If you're not new, you can still tell me where you came from, remind me, or if you've never told me before. I love to hear how people found me, and I love to make sure that I thank people that need to be thanked if they've been directed to me by someone else. So yeah, and I just love talking to you. I love getting a comment and being able to respond and know what y'all think. So that's what the comment button's for. Anyway, I'm gonna get going now before I babble much longer. So till next time, stay safe, stay healthy. See you next time. Bye. So here I am again. I was just chatting with the Coven and realized they had asked me a question that I said I answered in the Flosstube and I didn't. And that is, am I still DNA Geek Crafts if I'm not a DNA analyst anymore? Yes, because I'm still a DNA geek. Just because I don't do it professionally anymore doesn't mean it went away. I still love it. Well, or maybe. They were suggesting some alternate names, like, because I'm doing drinking water enforcement. So the Stitching Enforcer, or I forget what the other one Georgie suggested was, but So what do you think? Do I need to rename the channel? If I do, what do you think I should call it? Let me know.